the blackness has to be uniform. Can you see? When it gets to the center, it's eating away the blackness. Can you see? They made it on purpose, this blackness, so that you can see the wear on your pistons. Other mechanics I know, they say, hey, what's wrong? Just wipe them and clean them and then put them. No. I don't want a return job, huh? So we have to. Okay. So welcome back, guys. We've installed. Hey, we're assembling the engine again. Yesterday a guy came from engineering and he helped me a lot, guys. Shout out to Viking Engineering, ne? I wasn't sure about the bores, if they were okay, because they were a little bit shiny. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing is yeah, man, the pistons were done. I could see that, but so I needed to make sure that I know for without a doubt that the bores are okay before we can buy new pistons. Because the worst thing that you can do is buy new pistons only to find out that the bore needs reboring. So we just wasted money. Okay, so yeah, he came through. He's tested. He used that bore gauge, and then he approved the bores that the bores are okay. But the pistons, on the other hand, that's why we've got what? We've got brand new pistons. Okay, just collected them now. We're gonna go with standard because this guy's standard as well. Okay, so and then he honed for me. Okay, he honed for me because I was worried about the shininess, the glazing, because remember the car was overheating before. Okay, so now I'm sorted with that, and then right now I'm just gonna check the piston ring end gaps. Okay, most people don't check those things and it will get you in trouble. Ask me, I know. You insert it like that. Okay, set it like that, and then yeah, right. And when it's like that, you use the piston to make it flush. Okay, it's not flush. It's still skew. Okay, you see, it's flush like that though. Then what you'd want to do after doing this step is take your filler gauge, go to the appropriate size. What's important is the minimum ring end gap, ne? So the minimum for this is 35. Okay, so there's my 35 right there. Okay, there's my 35 millimeters there. Okay, let's see. Okay, minimum is 32, not 35, sorry. The minimum is 32. Okay, the minimum end gap is 32 instead of, but we don't have 32. Let's try 33, which is good enough because it's higher. Okay, as you can see, 33 is just sliding in nicely. Okay, it's just sliding in nicely. This is the first this is the top ring. Okay, first ring or top ring, you decide which side of the fence are you from. Okay, and then I'm gonna go with the middle ring now. Okay, middle ring or second ring, again it depends on which side do you go with. Okay, so believe it's flush. Then obviously we went from 32, this will be 36. Okay, yeah, 36 or 37. So the goal is 37, right? 28 plus 10. Okay, okay, it fits nicely, né? So we've reached the minimum, which we are happy. So great news, guys. Okay. As you can see here, I've got my number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. The piston rings have passed the test. Okay, so right now I'm gonna install the said pistons on the conrods. Okay. And that's it, guys. That's it. That's how you take them off. Okay, so I'm gonna install the new piston, same orientation. Yeah, clean oil now. Then we're gonna fetch our gauging pin and do the same to it. And then of course we're gonna be having what, our clips. Now we're ready. Now we are ready. Okay, so same way we took them out, we're gonna want to what, put them. Okay, so this dot is that side, né? Let's check on our piston. Where's the dot? Okay, it's that side. Can you see? So we're gonna remove Mr. Old. Okay guys, I can't do it with one hand, but let me show you how. Okay, so the first thing you'd want to do is get the ears first. Right, get these ears inside there. Okay, and then once you got the ears firstly inside, they will compress. Okay, then you can just stick this one here with the screwdriver and then pops your ankle. Just like that. I hope you heard that click. Just like that. Then you're done. Okay, as you can see, now it can't run away. It can't, even with the pressures and everything, it can't move. It can't get free. Let me install the other one and try and show you. Okay, so okay, this is what you do. You press it almost just like an what is this, almost just like a cylinder, I mean piston ring. Just like that. Can you see? Nicely. So guys, I can't show you these, all of them. I'll just pause and then I'll do the rest, and then yeah, we'll continue with the piston, and then I'll just show you one piston, how to install the rings, and then I'll continue just like that. And here's the thing that I was crying about. You remember I said this thing must be black all over. Can you see? When the piston is new, it needs to be black all over. Can you see this skirt? It needs to be black like this, not faded. because the miles are gone here. But check this one, it needs to be like this. This is in 2-in-1. It just shows you the how when your piston is worn. You see by this thing, it's gone. The skirt, the color goes. So yeah, we do the other ones, and then just to be, let me put the piston down. You need to make sure that these two things don't overlap, like that or that. Okay, that's the first rookie mistake you can make. They must be like this. If you don't want, if you like peace and you like your things smooth, they should be like this. If you don't like peace and you want to see things happening to the engine that you just worked on and spent countless hours fixing, don't listen to me. But if you want peace, listen to me. Okay, let's take care of the little thing that I just shown you. Okay, you see, it wanted to do its thing, but I won't let it. Ne? Check. You see my ring cap is nice now. Anyway, nah. It's finicky. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. See? Yeah. Then in goes Mr. Sir over here. Mr. Sir over here goes like that. Right? Can you see that? Goes in like that. And then you can still check our hey. There. It's right. It's right there. Can you see? Can you see? It's right. Sorry, it's right here. It's right here. It's right here. Can you see? Need it to be like that. Okay? They're far away from each other. And then there's my other cap for the top rail. Okay? And there's my other cap for the bottom rail. Okay? And we set. Okay? Then we can oil it as soon as we know that it's moving nicely. We can oil. Check if it's free moving. Yeah, just like that. It's moving nicely now. It's moving nicely. Then we got. Then now we go to our second ring. Okay, our second ring on this car is not beveled. Okay, yeah, it's the thicker one. I believe it's thicker. It's the box says everything that you can see, every ring that you put on. Where you see a marking, the marking must be on top. Okay, so it must be facing like this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm happy with it just there. Okay, it's not overlapping any other one. Okay, sharp. Then I can oil it up or down, whichever. Oh, let's check. I didn't even check. Yeah, it's the markings. The markings are facing the top, ne? Then now I need to fix my 180 degree. Other people say this doesn't matter because it's gonna turn anyway. So hey guys, remember, whoever taught you how to do stuff, that's the advice that you're gonna follow. And as you can see, my rings are moving nicely by hand, ne? They're not doing funny stuff. Okay, then we're done with first ring. Which cylinder is this? This is cylinder number 4. Okay, then we're done. I can't be showing you all this, that was gonna be chowing time, so I'm gonna finish the other ones and then carry on from there. As you can see, I've just exchanged everything there. Okay, I've installed the new pistons on the I've assembled or installed new pistons on my conrods, ne? The old ones are on the plastics there. Okay,